How come when I drink caffeine from this, it works good in the morning, then it stops working, and then when I add caffeine from this, it's like I haven't had caffeine all day? Isn't that all the same caffeine?
You'd think so.
You know, caffeine doesn't actually make you not tired. Tricks
just
your
blocks
mind.
it, right?
And yeah, how the fuck do they know that? Is the outcome the same? Scissors. All right, are we ready? Are you on?
I'm ready. I'm rolling.
You rolling? Are you? I don't think I have the. Here's the thing. Okay.
You have your lighter?
Yeah. Yeah.
Got your ruler?
Yeah.
Scissors?
Yep. I don't think I'm even going to need much of this stuff. We can remove some of these things. Put
Yeah, you just got to grab your lighter.
Got my lighter.
Oh.
All right, here's what we're going to build. You want to know what we're going to build? I'm going to try to. Is my sewing machine not plugged in? How long till we'll just have DeWalt batteries for the sewing machine?
I hope soon.
Soon? Soon. Okay, so we're going to build this thing right here. Let me show you. So my buddy, Evan, Radio Made Easy. Something's still askew. There it is. So my buddy Evan from Radio Made Easy did this package with Wrangler Star, and he wanted to build a pouch. Cody from Wrangler Star had a bag that he liked, and so I kind of was able to see the concept of what he wanted that he was carrying his radios in. And I thought, okay, similar size, we'll start with the 500 IV pouch. So I took the 500 IV pouch, and it didn't work. I knew we needed it skinnier, so I made this pouch just for, you know, test of concept, and it didn't quite fit how I wanted it to fit. So I made it a little fatter and made this pouch, and it was way too fat. And then we skinnied it out and made this pouch, and we were kind of close. And then I changed the dimensions a little and made it a little fatter. Pretty close, worked pretty well. So then I built this one. We were kind of in the ballpark. We had the concept, and then the one after this worked, and that is this one right here works for the most part. We changed a little bit more on the numbers and came up with this one, which actually works and is the final one. And then we added a slot pocket in here, which we knew we needed. This kit comes with 3 extended battery Baofeng radios, comes with 3 antennas and the charge program cable. So it comes just like that. And these antennas are pretty badass. US made them. Man, I just smacked the shit out of myself with that. Good thing it's got this, otherwise you'd put your eye out. Put your eye out, kid. So that's what this is, and that's what we're gonna build. The other thing we added to the final version was just this strap right here, just to keep those in. We took this and put scuba webbing behind it so that it didn't collapse this. We wanted this stiff, but it didn't need to all be stiff. You could achieve the same thing with Velcro and then make this Velcro in and out, but there's no need. This is a dedicated pouch. The dimensions work only for this. I mean, you could probably work it for other stuff, but this kit is coming 3 radios, comes with the charge program cable, comes with 3 antennas, and a ton of other shit comes with it. It also comes with one of our radio pouches to carry the radio with. So that's what I'm going to show you how to build and what it looks like. I built this probably about a dozen times until we got to the point where we're at. And then we built 4 of them this morning. I cut 4, the sew floor built 3, just to make sure our numbers are perfect, and now we're cutting 200 of them. And then that 4th one from this morning is right here in a bin, and that's what I'm gonna build. Of course, it just started pouring rain because I'm trying to talk to you on the camera here. Meows. Meows. Ooh, Costa's asking for one of these bags.
One of the radio ones?
No, the war bag.
Ah.
I like when he asks for things. Are you waiting on Meow?
Yep.
On Meow. Marissa Strider also, I like that. I'm a fan. Do you have a fan person? A fanboy?
I got a lot.
So when the power goes out, they'll sit there with like prawns and feed you frozen grapes. I don't know where they're getting frozen grapes, but they fucking better have some frozen grapes when the power goes out.
They always have.
All right, elimination. We know that these are the zipper lips. So we'll start there. Man, that extra light up front is messing me up back here. It is shadowy. Can I have a light back here? Oh, yeah, duh. The more light you add, the more shadows you make. So that's why out there I'll have a light here, I'll have a light here, I'll have a light here.
If your table wasn't white, it would be really nice.
Do you need a dog?
Nope.
Bob's Great Pyrenees just had puppies.
It's the last thing I need.
I'm getting another one. My two up there are old. They're supposed to be out of the same litter, but one looks really older. So I'm gonna have her taxidermied when she dies, and I'm gonna have her skeleton done. So I'm gonna have the one dog sitting here on all fours, like looking, standing, and I'm gonna have the other one sitting nose to nose. So the skeleton will be here and the stuffed dog will be here.
Over your head. Is somebody gonna do that here?
No, I'll send it to somebody that'll do it. Any taxidermist can do it. Any taxidermist that can mount like a coyote or whatever could do it. Oh shit. I sewed too far in and actually sewed over this one. I think I can get it to separate. It's just on the edge enough that it's letting it go. So you can see I've sewn two lines there, sewed it on the edge, sewed my other one. Now I'm top stitching this so it pulls it back because I want this just about the width of this zipper. So that's going to give me this edge right here. I'm going to stitch through like right along this zipper, and that's where that bag's going to go together. And I could have made this smaller and made this bigger, but it's super sloppy. So I made this bigger and made this skinnier, and it just works perfect. It's nice and matches the shape I want. elimination. We'll go ahead and put these zipper pulls on here. Since we've already got it in our hands, we know where this goes. This takes care of these pieces. If any of you guys have built a lot of bags with zippers on them, I am sure that you have experienced getting the entire bag together, all sewn up, and realizing you didn't put the zipper pulls on. If you simply do that right now, you will alleviate any chance of that happening. There we go, just like that. And I know that I don't need this. I cut this a little long on purpose in case we had any shrinkage or stretch. I always take and kind of sear these and burn the fuzz off. You don't need to. We're going to totally conceal this, and you'll see here in a second what I mean by that. We're going to go ahead and make our hoop right here. This was the final change. From the 4 that we built this morning, we added a half into this. And what I want is this right here. And I'm going to go ahead and find center right here. This is 3-inch webbing. And I say kind of because it's a gnat's ass smaller than 3 inches. It's actually 7.5 centimeters. You could eyeball this. Does not need to be perfectly in the middle unless you're going to sew other stitches, but these, as you see, there is no line there. So and I'm not sure how she did that, why it's like that. I'll bet she did it just like this. I'll bet that, yep, see, there it is. Same thing I'm doing. Do you know the fizz?
The fizz?
Yeah, the fizz.
Nope.
You never had the fizz?
Mm-mm.
Do you love that camera?
Mm-hmm.
Best camera you've ever had?
No.
What's the best camera? Why? What's the difference from this and the best camera?
Dynamic range?
Okay, I have no idea what that means. So what you're saying is the other one costs a lot more.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you know when you got that best camera you've ever had and it was the best camera and it made you happy and you thought about it and you wanted to go tinker with it and mess around with it and just brought you joy?
Yeah.
That's the fizz.
Oh.
Makes your pecker poke out.
Oh.
Right.
Butter candy.
Yeah, it's right behind the pecker. That's the fizz. Wrangler Star says that all the time, and I thought he has a couple other words too, and I'm like, man, this guy's made up his own vocabulary. I'm kind of behind. I'm gonna have to make up some of my own vocabulary, and it actually came from Top Gear. I'm like, what the hell is the fizz? So like 10 dudes messaged me links to the same video from Top Gear, and that's where the fizz came from. And what he was saying, the guys, I don't know who the Top Gear guys are. I mean, I know them to see them, but I don't know their names. But they were sitting around, I guess, after the show or whatever, and they had said that they did some tests, some laboratory did some tests, and they took a bunch of 25-year-old men, and they gave them, like, the new Honda Civic to drive around. And they had them drive this stretch of road, and they did blood work on them. And then they took the same guys, same stretch of road, and put them in Ferraris. And then they did blood work on them. And the Ferrari, while driving the Ferrari, it actually raised their testosterone level. That's the fizz. There's that. So we've made our hoop right there. And we know that we want to double these up. So we'll go ahead and do that. We're going to sew that one back to back. We're going to sew this one back to back. And I have freehanded all these just off of a 90-degree square. So they're probably close to fitting. I have not made a pattern yet. This one's. Now as I'm doing these, I'm kind of pulling diagonal, right? Diamond. And as I'm sewing, I'm pulling, I'm spreading with my fingers because I want these corners to kind of stay where they are. Same thing here. Now I'm just going to kind of pull this direction. Got my finger here holding this. I've got tension both directions. Same thing here. And if you look now, this is super flat. It's so flat that I can even kind of pull it and kind of curve it a little bit. It's so taut in all directions. No creases, no bubbles, no pillow. You can do the same thing here. And hopefully it does exactly the same thing so it looks like I know what I'm talking about. Ran out of thread, didn't I? Yep. Makes a different sound, has a different feel. Had black on, just pulled through, cleared the coyote, couple wraps. I'll pull this tail back through here, right there. Here, I'll cut this, stand there. I'll go ahead and wind it till it pops. Now I'm just going to apply some tension here. Broke free, you can see, nice and clean, all in motion properly. Pick up my bobbin thread, still holding the top thread here. Wipe the bobbin out here with these scissors. Now they're both right here. I want this thread through this hole in the center of the presser foot. So they're all, both tails right here, right? When you start sewing, hold both these tails here when you start. You can hold it down, downward pressure. You can hold them both in your fingers, whatever. Until you're going. Now you can just cut them off if it's in your way or it's bothering you, whatever. Same thing, I'm going to pull pressure both directions. There we go. Two pretty duplicate pieces. You can see this piece is a little bit longer. You can shave that off if you want. It's going to go into the seam. You're never going to see it. It doesn't matter. Now this fifth piece, what are we doing there? We're going to make this hem on the top. This is going to become that pocket. It's going to hold the antennas. You can just sew through here. You can also tack it at the beginning if you want to. Okay, front back or back front, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter until you sew this other piece on here. It can also be top or bottom until you put this piece on there. Once you put that piece on there, it now matters which way it goes. I am missing somehow the 1-inch webbing for this. You ever burp and taste pepperoni?
Sometimes.
Does that ever happen when you haven't had pepperoni?
Nope.
If it does, you should probably get that checked.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm not getting it checked.
Check, check, microphone check. We could have done this with a snap. Could have done it with a buckle. Doesn't need either of those. This Velcro will last forever, especially in the position where this is. We're going to find the center. You can do that a few ways. You can measure, or you can just fold it in half and pinch it. Outcome will be the same. except for that one guy. I'm sure there's one guy that'll. Seems like a lot of that's down in there. Maybe I cut this too. Also, this is the point where we're going to put that label on there. Same thing, sewing this. I'm kind of stretching it a little bit, keeping it taut. My finger's actually pushing this direction towards me as I'm doing that. And then right here you can look and kind of eyeball it. Do I have it where I want it? If it's longer on this side, I can pull the top. If it's shorter, I can pull the bottom. I can stretch it to be even. And I actually don't need to. They look identical. But you can make fabric do a lot of things, and in the end user will never know you did it. I do need to know how much we're cutting off of these. I'll be right back. Then I hit her with the psh, psh. Okay, check it out, rounding these corners so that they are all equal. I'm gonna go 1 inch by 1 inch, which just means I have a mark from every edge, 1 inch. When all the numbers come off of this ruler, I will no longer be able to sew. My career will be over.
I'll repaint them.
Something's gonna have to happen. I had 2 of these, a bright orange one and this one, and the orange one dropped on the ground and it broke like 3/4 off. So you gotta math it from 1. Man, throws me off.
Why not just cut it at 1?
It would still be off by 1.
Yeah,
But then I'd have to, because it would just, that 1/10 of a second adds up. It would eat at me. It's gonna be it, man. I'm never gonna skate again. We're never gonna dance again after that. All right, so here's how you're gonna round your corners. Here's a little trick. You can just use your cone, right? So right there to there. And that'll give you a pretty uniform angle and an equal amount on all of your corners if you just do it this way. And it doesn't have to be 1 inch. I want very little here. It actually looks like I'm almost drawing a diagonal, a straight line across, but You can do it 2 and 2, 1 and 1, whatever. Like those new war bags I just built, those are actually marked 2 inch and 2 inch, which is a good radius to edge tape. If you're going to edge tape it, it's doable, pretty easy at 2 inches for that. And that's all this is out here for, is just those marks. So now I'm going to use these super dull scissors. I'm going to try some other dull scissors with more leverage. Watch your fingers when you're doing this. If it's taken some effort to chomp through this Cordura with dull scissors, when you hit a spot in those blades that are sharper, it will let go, and if your finger's there, it will cut the shit out of you. Always be aware of your digits. They come off easier than they can put them back on. Remember when you go to put that hoop on, this is the top. I say that having built a lot of stuff. Even now, I'll just be not paying attention, kind of blowing through these, and I'll get them together, and when you unzip it, it's upside down. Which on this, it doesn't really matter, but we need them to match the samples we've already delivered, so. And then here, we're going to go ahead, we're going to sew this actually inside out. So I'll make my marks, find my center. Move these zippers kind of out of the way. For me, this is the most difficult part of the entire build. I know some of you guys are animals and can just do it like I bet you'd sew it backwards, probably even blindfolded. Can we nail that right in the center? It looks like it's actually going to do it. What do you think? Is it going to be perfect or are we off?
I think it's going to be absolutely perfect.
It's fucking absolutely perfect.
I'm not surprised.
I'm still always surprised, especially on a hoop like this, you know, the zipper hoop. I am still always surprised. Typically I would tack it here, and then kind of run it in quadrants, you know, in fours, 4 quarters. 4 quarter makes a dime, right? 4 quarter. Get it? No?
No.
No, because it doesn't. 2 + 2 = 5, some would have you believe. That's what they're teaching your young children right now.
Not my children.
Not your children. What would you name your first kid? Red Bull?
Probably.
What are you drinking right now?
Club.
Golf club?
No.
Golf club. You probably never thought of that, have you? How'd they name you?
My dad's best friend was Randall, and my mom's best friend was a guy named Brandon. He died in a car crash, and so they just combined them.
Was one of them the milkman?
Nope.
Postman?
Nope.
All right, we know that that landed perfect. We know that that's perfect. I'll go ahead and throw a second stitch line in this while we're here. Getting close to that zipper, so I'm gonna go ahead and zip this up out of the way. No chance of hitting that zipper pull. This one here, the zipper's here, I'm holding it with my finger out of the way. Totally cleared it. Are we having pizza tonight?
I had pizza last night.
What is that? I didn't ask you about last night. Are we having pizza tonight?
Probably.
Probably. Where does said pizza come from?
Last night was Domino's.
Where's it come? I didn't ask you about last night. Where's it coming tonight?
I don't know. Casey's?
How far's Casey's from here?
4 miles.
Oh, I can totally go get pizza then.
There you go. 5 miles.
The night time is the right time.
Adam Sandler.
Yeah. Man, I'm sorry they made you kill your dad, but it was the only way to save him. It's okay. I got a free haircut. You know, when we joined the cult.
Respect.
Respect. I'll bet there's people watching this that don't even know who Adam Sandler is. You know Lonely Island?
Yeah.
We're gonna remake all their songs.
Remake them?
Yeah,
Into what kind of songs?
just like theirs.
Oh, just copy their exact songs?
I thought they were great. They just didn't go on it. Now this one didn't fucking nail it. I don't even know. I don't know what's going on here. It's way off. Weird. And it's off the other direction. Let's go ahead and just kind of pull on this super tight from the top and see if we caught it. Oh no, I can't see it. It's too far in there. Let's just keep pulling on this. Yeah, I'm off by a 1/4 inch. Let's see if we can make this work anyways. Okay, single line of stitching. Let's go ahead and zip it, see if it looks proper before we double stitch this in. Oh, it's inside out too. Good thing I didn't just double sew that. That needs to be the inside. Completely works.
Why does it look so good then?
Why does it look? Because it works. It worked. I just have it flipped. I've got this needs to be inside because that's that antenna pocket. I was so worried about making sure it was up or down. I did not have it flipped. Now this is a very dangerous part. Not dangerous, but this is a single layer of Cordura. It's a 500 denier Cordura, and this coyote is pretty soft for some reason. So if I cut through this whole project is for the most part done. It's got to be rebuilt. So I know there's guys like seam ripper. Totally, you can totally seam rip it. I can also get a chunk in there. Get a stitch, get those stitches exposed. It also would help to have a sharp razor blade. You need to look at these as though they're disposable because they are in fact disposable. You can also, I don't know if you can see it right there, I've got these stitches exposed right here, right? You can just catch those, pull those, and just cut some of those threads and get it apart. Now I've got quite a bit of it, so I can actually cut towards the double layer instead of just that single. Now I don't know if this makes sense to you guys. I've got double here and single here, so I'm just going to pull tension and cut that towards that double. Same thing here. Just exposing some stitches, cut, pull, cut, pull. And where I'm touching this and cutting this, I'm actually about a 1/4 inch away from even being able to touch that single layer Cordura. Plus this razor blade's pretty dull. It probably wouldn't cut it anyways. Okay. Top, inside. okay. As I'm turning, I want that needle down in there. I want it to pivot on that and hold it at the same time. Man, spot on. This must have been the first one, the one that actually was perfect. Get those zipper pulls out of the way. When you go there, do they just have pizza there?
Sometimes. Most of the time.
What happens when they don't?
I guess you would have to order it.
So do you order it, or you just do without that day?
Yeah. Without that day, like it's a every day.
Do you what do you get, Oreos instead?
Probably beef jerky.
You mean Slim Jim? That's not beef jerky. That's like a formaldehyde filled sausage or something.
Fantastic.
It is not fantastic. Even those old wrestlers that were sponsored by Slim Jim, they didn't actually eat those. I would go as far as to say, and here goes any chance of having a sponsorship from Slim Jim, I would go as far as to say that there is zero nutritional value in a Slim Jim. It is actually probably all vinegar. So
You're crazy.
You're crazy. So what do you think Lonely Island's best song was?
Are they the ones that did on a boat?
Yes. That is definitely not the best song.
That's my favorite song they did.
No, it's the one you know.
Well, it's the one that I've heard the most, for sure.
Pulled Up at the Club, that's the best one. That or Radio. You know, boiled goose. You ever had boiled goose?
Nope.
You should try it. All the old people fucking. Hey. You know, that one.
Gotcha. You know.
Does it look like I knew how to build this?
Yeah.
I actually didn't. I mean, I have 12 here that show you that I didn't know how to build it, but now there's pouring rain. My guy's here to fix my lawnmower. He's doing some weird things. It's not, and it's not mowing lawns. Okay. Ah, shit. I didn't have it in there. That's weird. I didn't get the patch of Velcro on the face, which goes there. And we are definitely not taking this back apart. But we will do this. So whoever wins this, you're going to have a very unique piece here. Whoever gets this. I should have marked this. So we'll make sure we mark these, or put a, we'll drill through the pattern so we can just pre-mark it with the pattern. It is easier to put this in place after the fact than to fight sewing it.
Around it?
Yeah, with it in place, because it makes it very rigid. Yeah, that'll work right there. And I've got some dead space, like it's not all the way to the edge. You could do yours that way, but building so many of these, we need to be able to put them together quicker, so it doesn't run all the way up to that edge. It also will not protrude and put any abrasion on that layer of material from that scuba webbing there, built in this manner. So I'm just figuring out where I'm going to put these, how I'm going to put them on there. I don't remember what the math is. I've got it written down, but
Best to
12.
guess.
What is this? 13 and a half, yeah. So. Bobbin. I did not get enough thread in that last line, so we'll tack that back in there. Kind of like when you're tattooing and you got black all over, but when you wipe it off, there's no ink in there. It wasn't where you thought it was, you know?
You'd be surprised at how that happens.
had it happen. That's what I'm talking about. I've done lots of tattoos, mini tattoos. I only get tattoos that take 30 seconds or less.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good for 30 minutes. Right there is where that knot sewing it all the way to the edge comes in. You could do yours all the way to the edge if you want to, but you won't. Nobody will get these and go, man, this should have been all the way to the edge. All right, so there is that. That's where your radios go. That's where your antennas go. All right, who wants this? You want to own this? You want us to ship you this one? So here's the deal. We have a Patreon, and to add more value to our Patreon page, you will join Patreon for $5. You don't have to, but we're putting videos in there that are only going to Patreon. We're doing a video a week that's only going to Patreon, and we're adding other value also. If you would like to own this pouch, if you want to get the giveaway for this pouch, comment in here and leave a comment in the Patreon. I'll put a link up there and you can leave your comment in there as well as in here. And we'll pick a winner out of there and we will send you this pouch. We are currently building, I think, 120 of these right now out there, starting to. And this is the only one that's leaving here that's not going to that radio package deal. If you would like to have the radio package deal, Wrangler Star, or you can go to Radio Made Easy. He's got a link on there where you can buy the 3-pack radio, the antennas, all the other stuff. It comes with a ton of stuff. It comes with one of our radio pouches, comes with this triple pack pouch, and a Wrangler Star limited edition pouch for the first, I think, 100. Actually, I think we're over the 100, so you might not be able to get the pouch. The beauty of this, when you get this from Radio Made Easy, is he programs these radios to your zip code, to the most usable frequencies in your zip code, the NOAA weather stuff for your zip code, and a lot of stuff. He fills up, I think there's 48 pre-programmed channels, and they'll be filled up for you to your specific zip code. It's an awesome little kit. Check it out. It's at radiomadeeasy.com. Check him out, even if you're not buying this. Check out Evan's page. And if you want to own one of these are not on my website, these are not for sale, but if you want to own this one, I'll draw on here a box on here and write Velcro on it, because that's where the Velcro should have been if you want Velcro on yours. I can't put Velcro on because I'll sew through the pocket, but you will get the upside down airplane stamp that's worth $1 million, as in the pouch without the Velcro. But if you want to own this, comment in this video here, best comment, take that same comment, throw it into Patreon, we'll pick the winner out of Patreon. You got to comment in both of them, and you'll get this free pouch that you just watched me build. Anything else? Am I forgetting anything? If you like our content, be a member. I've got membership, 3 levels of membership. If you want the Pulling the Thread podcast as current events, like within a couple days after we record them, $10 membership. We've got a $5 membership, gets you some different perks. We got a $1 membership. There's a lot of content in the membership on YouTube. If you use Amazon, please use any of my Amazon links. There's almost always a video, there's almost always a link in any of my videos on YouTube to Amazon. You can also click the link off my website. It's on the website there. Amazon link takes you to Amazon, anything you buy there, it gives us 1% or 2% of your order. Amazon's the devil, I know. We all use it though, it's convenient. So take a little bit of money out of their pocket, give it to us. You don't want to give it to us? Do that for any creator you watch. We all have that Amazon link, that's what that does. EMP shield, you want to save your stuff during the end of the world, right? You want your electronics to work when nobody else's does, even though there's no power, but you got a generator, right? So EMP shield, code SOE, gets you $50 off your EMP shield. But John, we don't know if it works for EMP. Well, we definitely know it works for lightning, and they insure your shit up to $20,000. So it works for your vehicles, works for your SUVs. They've got different units. Harvest Right freeze dryer. If you're not sure what that is, you're probably not going to buy one. But if you know what that is, when I said Harvest Right freeze dryer, use our affiliate code. It gives us a little bit of money out of it. And I do a live every night at 9 o'clock on YouTube. If you want to talk about freeze dryers, you want to talk about sewing machines, you want to talk about whatever you want to talk about. We usually go for about an hour or so, and you drive the conversation. We can talk about anything you want. Current events, politics, business, whatever you want to talk about. YouTube on the same channel. You're watching this every night at 9 o'clock. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, MeWe, Locals Float, TikTok. We're everywhere. Interact with us. Stay in touch.